Touchdown! San Francisco!
Yes, sir. Very first episode, week one of the NFL is here. This is your Route Tree TV. I'm with my boy that you can't see right now, my boy Thornhill in El Paso, and then my boy Washington, who's with me here at Fort Drum. Today we're gonna talk a lot NFL. It's specifically week one, and then like we'll get into it. The first thing I want to talk about, and Thornhill, I want you to start. Wash will go after. We're gonna talk about the divisions and what you feel about who's gonna win it, who you think is gonna come out of that division. No wild cards, just specifically the division. So we're gonna head off with the AFC East, the Jets, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots. Explain who you got winning that, and let me know something because there's a lot going on in that division.
So in this division, I think everybody is pretty much the consensus that the Bills are gonna run away with it, but I think later on in the year it's gonna get real interesting, man. I think you can't rule out Belichick in late game situations. You can't rule out that playbook towards the end of the year. I think Miami still is gonna have a lot of they're gonna have some explosive plays. I just don't think their defense gonna keep them in it. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna put up a lot of points this year. I think uh, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, one of them is gonna get loose. Gesicki's still gonna be that security blanket. They still got a good running game. Um, Miami's they're a dark horse in the division. I think the Bills do take it though. I just feel like they've been there. They've seen the type of situations. They know what it takes to get to that. And they know what hump they got to get over at this point.
No,
It
yeah,
just it, it just it makes the most sense for them to have that division this year again. I think it's gonna be their division for a few years now until we start to see a decline in Josh Allen. So
okay.
that's my take on it.
Where you got Wash?
Um, I don't think I'm gonna say anything too new. The quarterback position is the quarterback position. You know what I'm saying? So Josh Allen is easily at the moment I would say top five quarterback. I don't want to get too deep. Top
It's easy.
five quarterback.
It's easily. It's easily.
Yeah, I don't want to get any deeper than that. Their defense, they have a good defense, not a great defense. I think they have a good defense. Yeah. I easily will. I'm even going to go a step further. I'm going to predict the records. Um, I think
Ooh, shit.
I think the Bills. Yeah, look. I think the Bills. So what? There's 18 weeks. I think the Bills are going to go 13-4.
I can
And the
see
Bills
that.
are going to go 13-4. I think after the Bills, I'm gonna give it to the Patriots. I'm gonna give it to the Patriots at 10-7, and then from there, you say Dolphins. Miami's defense is sus. However, back in what 2007, what were the Patriots? Patriots were like, we're just gonna outscore everybody. I think Miami is gonna have a really good offense. I think people consistently sleeping on Tua. I like Tua. I think Tua's a good quarterback.
That's
I
my
think
cousin.
the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins will get a 9-8 record. The Jets, sus to me. I think they're gonna have a top five pick.
Shout out Cody.
So
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
there's really nothing new I'm gonna say. I got the Bills winning it. I really think Josh Allen is gonna go out there and try to prove a point after that coin flip thing that happened to him, right? Because it could have went both ways against the Chiefs. I believe the only thing that scares me about the Bills is I honestly think even though they were number one in defense last year, I honestly think that was because of their schedule and who they played.
that's why I said they have a good defense, not a
Yeah,
great defense. I
yeah.
know.
I know stats
I'll
say
tell.
one thing, but look who you played the Jets twice. You played, Dolphins weren't the Dolphins really. They were fucking up in the beginning of the season.
I'm I'm gonna sit here and tell you the four games that I'm gonna have them possibly losing. All right, they can lose that opener. They can lose the opener tomorrow.
They are losing the opener tomorrow.
I would not say that. I think they could lose the opener tomorrow. I see them losing. I see the Chiefs. So the Rams, the Chiefs, the Packers, and the Bengals. Those are the only four games I see where they better walk in knowing it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah,
All these other ones, they play the Browns, and of course, I have the schedule in front of me. So The Titans, I think, Titans, Dolphins, Ravens, Steelers, Chiefs, Packers, Viking. Only one I see that's going to be a struggle are those games. Those are the 4 games I will sit here and say they have a chance of losing.
That makes
I,
sense.
yeah, I mean, I can see that too, but I just don't. I feel like Buffalo they got a. I think they're starting to figure KC out, and I think that's the only team that really giving them problems. You know what I mean? I think they kind of got that understood now, as to like, especially without Tyreek Hill. I don't know if McCole Hardman's going to fill that role. You know what I mean? As the speedster on the
Mm.
outside or wherever they're gonna put him at. I just don't see him having that game breaking talent like Tyreek Hill does. You know what I mean? I know he fast.
What about
He's
Cincy?
since
You
he,
know,
I can see them losing that game, but I just that line is just so sus to me, and I like Buffalo defense right now. I know they gonna be able to get to the quarterback a lot more than people think
Yeah.
they are.
Edwards, what's his name? Tremaine. I like him.
Von Miller,
If I oh yeah, I
yeah,
forgot they got Von
oh
Miller
yeah,
too.
yeah, I'm tripping. I
That's a good
forgot they
one.
did
I
pick up
forgot.
on.
That was a good
yeah,
call. All right, we're gonna segue
yeah.
now. We're gonna go straight into the AFC North, the Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and Bengals. This one, I'm gonna let Washington go first, and then Thornhill, you last, or you next after
All
that.
right.
Hey man, you know what? I liked them last year. I liked them from the jump. I like the Bengals, man. I like the Bengals. Yes, the O line is sus. Yes, the offseason, they did do something. They did address the offensive line. However, I like the Bengals. Like I told you earlier, on defense, their biggest their biggest they have no corners. The Bengals have no corners. Um, However, I still say the Bengals are going to take that division. Um, Dark horse, and you guys may not say it's that much of a dark horse. Then the Ravens, it'll be close between the Ravens and the Bengals. But I do have the Bengals coming out, then the Ravens, then the Browns, then the Steelers. The Steelers, I think, will finally be the first season since 2003 in which they would finish underneath 500. I don't like their quarterback situation. Before the season is over, Kenny Pickett will start.
Well, yes.
Before the season's over, Kenny Pickett will start. I've seen some articles saying that some of the executives say he might win the offensive rookie of the year. I don't know about all that.
I think his teammate
Oh,
will. Shit, I think George Pickens might get that. You know what I mean? But
really?
I, I feel like this AFC North. Everybody talking about the AFC West, and yeah, we know that's a tough division, but I still think this is a sleeper division for one of the toughest divisions in right now. You know what I mean? Because you
It's
like
been for a
obviously the
while.
Browns. For the I mean like they everybody kind of falling off on. They think that the Bengals kind of got it right now, and we don't know what's going on with the you know what I mean with the Lamar Jackson situation. I know we're gonna get into that later, but I still feel like the Ravens can still win this division easy. The Bengals can have a regression year and fall completely
Easy?
off and be the Bengals. They could be the Bengals that we always knew them as. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
That could have been a 1 year fluke. I'm not gonna put everything on that. I feel like that's.
Do you
I
think it
think
was a
they're a
1 year
great
fluke?
team. I mean, it could be. It could be.
No,
You
no,
don't.
no. I'm straight. Do you think it was a fluke last year?
I do. I feel like the Bengals shouldn't even have been in the Super Bowl last year, man. I think they made the plays they had to make in the moments that they had to make it, but I just think that was more so Kansas City losing that game.
I think they were always playoff bound. Now Super Bowl, I don't know. They're a very young team.
Bro,
Yeah,
he got
I think they can make the playoffs. I think they can make the playoffs, but I mean, you got to think about it later on too. I mean, I don't know where the Browns are going to be. They're probably going next year is going to be that we're gonna see what the real Browns, but.
Because of Deshaun
Them,
Watson, right?
Right, right. But then when that team, you know what I mean, with Deshaun Watson, they could come around and still get 7-8 or 7-8 and be 7-9 and still can make the playoffs. And you got Deshaun Watson the whole playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And that's we've
So,
seen what Deshaun Watson does in the playoffs. You know?
do you think he still plays at that high caliber? That
Yeah,
so at the end
yeah.
of the
He
day,
had a whole year
a
off to
year and a
recover.
half off. A year and a half off is a year and a half off.
Yeah, but this is not like a football that does people wonders. You know what I mean? Yeah,
And
like
then he is still throwing Amari Cooper. I don't know why we're just forgetting like Amari Cooper isn't.
exactly. And
I've liked Amari since he was in Las or he was the Raiders. He was in Oakland. I
ex-
don't want to say Las Vegas. I've always liked
exactly.
Amari Cooper.
so who do you have,
Yeah,
Um,
Thornhill?
oh, for
huh?
winning the division, the winning
Yeah.
division, I truthfully see the Ravens squeaking that out, man. Like I see the Ravens.
Who is
I
he
don't.
throwing to?
He never had nobody to really throw to. We know who he got to throw
Who?
to.
Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews.
We know he got
Nah, you can't
Andrews,
live and die by the tight end, bro.
but
They
he been
did.
doing that his whole career. He been doing it. He won MVP doing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So
So
let me go. Let me go. Let me go. I'm gonna say like this. Bengals. I'm not gonna call it a fluke, but the Ravens being injury prone last year really helped. Now the
yes,
next thing I'm gonna say is historically, not all the time. Historically, the Super Bowl loser has a slump the next year. Look at my Niners losing. Look at the Chiefs not winning it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're once you're not making it the next year historically. Now, for me, if there's one offense out of that division that you have to play twice that will destroy that is that run game Ravens do. They fucking take the clock away. If you take the ball away from Burrow majority of the game, you can't fucking get on the field and throw it. I'm not saying the Bengals aren't going to make it. I got the Ravens winning it, like Thornhill said, as a squeak by. But the Bengals coming out of that thing like that was really bro. The Ravens were hurt. Their mascot's hurt right now. Like, bro,
I
like,
saw that.
like they can't catch a break. So that's for me. So we're gonna have to move down to this next one. This one's a little weird. Okay, it's the AFC South: Texans, Titans, Colts, and Jaguars. Thornhill, you're
I
first.
think it would.
all right. Yeah. I I just can't see the Colts not winning this division, man. Tennessee, I just don't think they got enough this year. I think everybody game planning for Derrick Henry. I know it's hard to stop, but I just think they lost a lot. You know what I mean? They lost a lot of offensive options.
Hell yeah.
Tan- I still don't believe like they don't really believe in Tannehill. Malik Willis, I think he will get this. I think he will be starting by like week 6 or 7. I think he'll get the starting
Damn, that
job.
early?
Yeah, I think he'll get a starting job. He performing well, man, and I think the way he can perform with the defense pushing on him with some hurries and some pressure, he gonna get
Yeah.
up out of there, and he can still make them Mahomes X plays. You know what I mean? And he could be a lot of arm talent. Uh, I think they end up getting second place. They might catch a playoff berth. I think it's gonna be hard for them though. But I think the Colts run away with this division this year, man. I think they only got better with Matt Ryan. Um, I wish he did a little more with Atlanta. I wish he got his flowers a little bit more. He is an MVP. Um, he didn't lose that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I think Matt Ryan is still an elite quarterback. He just never had the options, never had the coaching. Now he has an elite run game to support that. So
Flag on the
I
play.
feel
He never had the options. Did you say Matt Ryan never had the options?
no, he did, but I'm saying like when it was time, like these last few years, he was getting. I feel like he was getting put down so bad, and he was still having a great seasons, great numbers, great yardage. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's had Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, and all of this. Excluding that, he hasn't got his flowers. I think this is the time we finally see Matt Ryan as we saw Tom Brady in that first year in Tampa. We was like, oh, everybody was like, he's a system quarterback. He's a system quarterback. And he came out and he went crazy in Tampa. I think Matt Ryan has that sort of type of year. I don't think they win Super Bowl, but I think he has that type of year this year in Indy.
That's a good one. What about you, Wash?
I think the AFC South is an incredibly weak division.
Yeah.
I think the Colts will win it. Based off they're a very balanced team. On both on offense, defense, special teams. I think. Um, I'm gonna be very honest. I don't. The AFC South is boring to me. I think the Colts win it. I think Titans. I'm bored talking about the AFC South right now. I will say this. First, I'm semi order: Colts, Titans, Jaguars, Texans. I
Mm-hmm.
think the Jaguars are a team to watch. I think out that whole division, they'll probably play the most fun football. I have faith in Doug Peterson. I like Trevor Lawrence. I think they had bad coaching down there. Mind you, I used to live in Jacksonville for many, 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 many years, so there's a little bias coming there. But I do think Jacksonville is a team to watch. I think that they'll be up and coming. I think Jacksonville has the right pieces, and I know I'm sorry I'm going away from the main question, but I think that though Indianapolis wins it, I think we need to all keep an eye on Jacksonville.
Yeah, I can see why. You know, they're young and fun looking with all these big names they drafted. So of course you can have all eyes on them. I'm agreeing with both of you guys with the Colts. I also agree with what Thornhill said about Matt Ryan. After losing Kyle Shanahan from the Super Bowl, right? He's been having different type of playbooks to learn every year, so he had no consistency on trying to dominate a playbook and try to get it down packed. So yes, this is going to be another one of those new playbooks, new everything, but he set up pretty well with the Colts than he was last year with the Falcons. No offense, Thornhill, but the Colts
Right,
have a
right.
they have a dominant running game, right? They have with Taylor and them back there. They have enough weapons to keep them satisfied out there. I'm a big Michael Pittman fan, so that's a big target right there.
Mhm.
If Carson Wentz can do a lot for that team, I'm pretty sure Matt Ryan will be a total upgrade. So we're all on the same page with that one. And now we're going to the most exciting division in the
The one
AFC.
we all want to talk about.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why I wanted to get here. Washington, you're gonna start it off. All right, we're talking about the AFC West, the Raiders, Broncos, Chiefs, and Chargers. This is gonna be a wild, wild west for
You
real.
ready? You ready? The Chargers. The Chargers will come out and win the division. The Chargers are, as I've said this on multiple platforms, multiple times, fantasy drafts, real life. The Chargers. Hear me out. I do not think they will. I don't even think they'll make it to the Super Bowl. However, they are a Super Bowl sleeper. They are a Super Bowl contender. I think they are. If they do make it to the Super Bowl, I will not be shocked. I think that defense is an elite defense. I think that defense is easily a top three defense between Khalil Mack, Derwin James. Who's their corner who just got injured? Is it JC?
JC
Jake
Jackson, yeah.
Jackson.
There you go. Between their offense, Herbert. That boy is good.
Oh, they got a
That
stud
boy
at
is good.
linebacker. What's his name? Thornhill.
Listen, Eckler.
Yeah, they got I
Murray.
forgot that
Murray.
dude's
Murray.
name, but
Murray.
they got,
Murray.
Kenneth Murray,
No,
yeah.
Eckler. You got
Yeah.
Mike Williams and Keenan out. Listen. That is a very, very scary. It's a very scary team.
Yeah, very well
However, I
rounded.
think I think there's gonna be one of these divisions where you probably have at least three of these teams making the playoffs. And after them, I want to say I'm gonna say Vegas. The Raiders look good. The Raiders look good. The only question I have is
There's a
Derek
lot of
Carr?
question marks.
Man,
Yeah.
I disagree. Is there the only question mark is the big question mark? There's no excuse for Derek Carr. My team, the Giants, have a similar quarterback situation. Listen. We're just trying to see, is this our quarterback? I There's no excuse for Derek Carr anymore. There's no excuse for Derek Carr. The Raiders are a good team. They're a good team all around. I think that's Denver and Kansas City. I'm gonna be real. I think Kansas City finishes last this year in that division.
Sheesh.
I think Denver will squeak by. Russ is dependable. I
So
think the order's gonna be.
I was
I
about to
think the order's
ask.
gonna be. And if I'm wrong, I accept it. The Chargers, the Raiders. Yeah, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chiefs. And the only I know, I hate saying what I'm about to say.
That's tough. That's crazy.
McDaniel's. This is what his third head coaching job.
That,
The, the head coaching, the head coaching of the Raiders is questionable. He's never been successful. McDaniel's.
I have a lot to say, but I'm gonna let Thornhill go next.
All right. So yeah, that's hot. That's a hot take. For me, I just feel like you can't knock it until they give you a reason to knock it. And I just can't. I just haven't seen a team handle the Chiefs like Buffalo right now, man. And
They lost too much, man.
but you still got a lot. You know what I mean? You still got these generational talents all over the field. You know what I mean? And how do we know what this Broncos offense is going to do? We don't know if Derek Carr going to be the same Derek Carr. We don't know. I mean, Devontae Adams may be the same Devontae Adams, but they game planning that now. The Chargers, they got a real good shot to take it. I see why everybody high on them, and they got well-rounded team. They got everything they need to do. I just don't know if Herbert is ready for all that. You know what I mean? I mean, he been putting up big numbers when it don't matter. You know what I mean? But when it mattered, he ain't been there when it mattered. You know what I'm saying? And when we seen him in college in the games that matter, he was getting folded up. You know what I mean? And that's college, so I mean it's a whole different game. He has big numbers, big arm talent, one of the best arm talents in the league. Can't knock that. But I just can't go against the Chiefs winning this division right now. It's gonna be a tight division, though, man. I feel like this, like you said, I think this division is gonna take up most of the playoff slots for the AFC. It's gonna be like a 12-3. All these type of the lowest team is gonna be like it's gonna have 10 wins. I feel like, you know what I mean.
Before you rebuttal, let me hear his ranking, and then you go ahead and rebuttal. So that as soon as you're done rebuttaling, I can go next. Go, Thornhill. So what's your ranks?
My rankings for this division, I got the Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos. Okay. And like I said, it's gonna be tight though. I feel like it's gonna be tight division, best division in football. I feel like.
I agree with everything you say. I mean, like, of course, I know my take is wild. The only thing I want to put out is this: his rookie year, Herbert threw 4,336 yards, 31 TDs, 10 interceptions, for a 98.3 rating. His second year, 5,014 yards, 38 TDs, 15 interceptions for a 97.7.
So what about the postseason?
Right.
It's easy to get in the playoffs. While you looking at it, I'm gonna do my take on this. Okay, so this is the Wild Wild West, right? I like your take on the Chargers. I'm high on them too. I just have them like I got them up and coming with the Chiefs coming down, so I have them like a 1A, 1B. I don't care. It's gonna be out of those two at the top. Those are my top two. Chargers, I love what they have over there. Same thing, Chiefs. We can't, like Thornhill said, I can't knock them until my homeboy's still there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still there. He still has his best friend Travis Kelce. There's a lot of question marks. But if you're talking about question marks, the Oakland Raiders got a new head coach, a new GM. They're damn near losing every single first, second, and third round picks they picked in the last 4 or 5 years. They just left one of their right guards, so we don't even know how many. A lot of their draft picks from Mike Mayock and Gruden's years are almost gone. I think Abram, whatever his last name is, at safety, Morig, but like there's a lot of them that is no longer there, or is just considered like a bench player now. So you want to talk about what ifs? That's the one. Do they have weapons on the offense? Yes. I don't believe in Derek Carr. I haven't believed in him since he started with the Raiders. I think my ranking, I'm high on Broncos, a little too high on them, right? So for me, I don't care. Chargers, Chiefs, 1A, 1B. They're 1 and 2 for me. Raiders, I got them last place. Broncos squeaking in right there at third. That's my rankings for it. But go ahead and before I go into the NFC, you want to say something, Wash? What's up?
I do too.
Justin Herbert has never made it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So remember last year they did that game, and the only way the Chargers could get in is they tied. He hasn't made the playoffs yet. He will make it this year.
Oh no, that's no question.
Excuse. He ain't got no excuse but to.
It's his third year though. There's like we're now in a point in our NFL lives, or whatever you want to call it, our lives, where we're expecting second years and third years to make the playoffs.
But can you blame them though? Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen.
So look, realistically, last season was Joe Burrow's rookie year.
Right.
He did. He went all the way. A couple plays away, really. If he saw Jamar Chase on that side, who knows?
Rookie year.
The narrative, though, what you just said is almost true. Like, you have to look at it like that. If he's a young stud, look at all these players that are already doing it in their second year. Like, Mahomes. I mean, granted, Josh Allen hasn't made it.
Mahomes sat. He sat behind Alex Smith. Mahomes sat. And these guys aren't sitting. Herbert isn't sitting. Burrow isn't sitting.
It don't matter.
Herbert would have sat behind Tyrod Taylor
if they didn't kill it. They try to kill that motherfucker.
Yeah. But,
what you got to say, Thornhill?
Yeah, I think I'm just talking about your take when you were saying about the Raiders having a lot of question marks. We ain't even talking about he said he was gonna play or whatever, but Darren Waller, he in a contract dispute right now, and they not.
No, he said he's not worried about that.
He say that now. He said that now.
Not worried about it.
He know he the best tight end. he know if he perform better than Kelsey another year in a row, he know he gonna want that check, and he gonna be in the same situation like Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? They gotta pay him. You know what I mean? Because who
Shoot,
top tight ends in the league? You know what I mean?
Yep.
1A, 1B, Waller and Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, yep.
that's all I
Hey,
got to say
listen,
on that.
that I agree on all that. So that's a good way to segue to the NFC. We're gonna go with the division that none of our teams in, and then we'll go into that. So the NFC North, going Chicago Bears, the Green Bay Packers, Lions, and Vikings. I have a very hot take for this one, so I'll go last, of course. Washington. Who went first last time?
I want you. I mean, I know I'm skewed respectfully. I want to hear your hot take.
All right,
I mean, if you don't mind, bro, I want to hear your
so
hot take.
Yeah,
I'm
you can lead
interested.
us off on this one, shit.
see, Green Bay is gonna be Green Bay, right? They take. I got them taking this, right? Vikings, I believe, take a real big step backwards. Bears are going to be last place, and I got this Detroit Lions surprising a lot of people. I really do. I really do think that this Detroit Lions team. I don't know if they make the playoffs, but I do know that I have faith in what the stuff I've been seeing. I think they get a winning record, not a big winning record, maybe like a 10-7. You know what I mean? Something like that. 9-8. I don't know. Okay, this is my hot take. But there's something special about what they're doing right now, and I'm really big on Aiden Hutch. I'm a TJ Hawkinson fan. I love that kid in the backfield, Swift.
DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift.
Yes, I like that. And then what's his name from USC? I don't know how to say his name. Saint Brown. I like him.
Amon-Ra.
Yeah, I like his game. But they have a lot of sleep, and then you have a passionate. Oh, maybe it's because I watch Hard Knocks too much, but I just really feel like this team is a little bit different than your traditional Lions team. Am I saying they're going to make the playoffs? No, but I think a lot of the surprise that people think, and you might hear it, make it like about 4, 5, 6 those weeks when we're on this podcast. I'm gonna bring it back up and say, look, I mean, they might be like fucking 3-3 at the time, but no one thought the Lions would be there. You know what I mean? I think the Bears are going to be the weakest team in that. I don't believe, and I told Thornhill, you're in that chat. I don't trust Ohio State quarterbacks, and I don't trust Chicago Bear quarterbacks, and Justin Field is both. I don't trust that at all. So he doesn't have an O line.
Well, what's your seeding? What's your
so,
seeding?
So it's Packers. I got the Vikings, and then the Lions,
Oh,
and then
okay.
the Bears. But I'm
thought
telling
you
you,
were saying
but
Lions.
no. But what I'm saying is this: you're gonna see the Vikings here and the Lions here. You're gonna see a little bit of like a fight at that part. That's where I'm saying my hot take goes. Is I think the Lions are gonna fight for that second place more than what people expect. If you know what I'm talking about. So Thornhill, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a hot take, like you said. I don't see the Vikings falling off like you said though. I think they're gonna keep growing. I think Justin Jefferson is about to come into his own as a top
phenomenal
receivers in the league. You know what I mean? I think he just built on top of that. I think people are forgetting about Adam Thielen. I think if you try to double Jefferson and you got Adam Thielen out there on the field, you're making a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But I do think back-to-back MVP, you can't deny it. Just like I said with the Chiefs, until somebody can show me they can handle them, I don't think nobody can handle them. I think the Packers probably take the division. I see the Lions making a step forward, but I just don't think it's gonna be enough of a step to be a factor. I see Justin Fields having a good year too. That line is atrocious, but I feel like he's getting more comfortable knowing what he has in that line. So I think he's gonna have to get up around there. I think the playbook. I think the coach has been getting, been getting slandered a lot. So I think they really dug in and tried to figure some stuff out the game plan with the type of quarterback they have this year.
So where you're seating it?
Huh?
Then the fire. What was his name? Matt.
Nagy.
Yeah, they fired him, didn't they?
I think so. If not, we have to fact check it. But he's gonna be a big. It's gonna be a good year for him. I think. I don't think they make the playoffs or nothing crazy like that. But I got it. Packers. I got it. Packers, Vikings, Bears, and Lions. I think Bears and Lions are within a game or two of each other for that last spot.
Go ahead, Wash.
All right, so I think everybody knows as long as you have Aaron Rodgers,
Right.
You're a shoo-in.
this is a no. The Packers are going to win the division. I definitely see the Vikings. I give them a 10 win. As much as I hate to say Kirk Cousins, he's a starter. He's not the best starter. He's not the worst starter. Kirk Cousins is solid. If he has a good team around him, Kirk Cousins will put up the numbers you need Kirk Cousins to do. Kirk Cousins with Vikings, even if they make it the playoffs, they will not win. They will not win.
Yeah. This is a make or break
Um,
year for him. I feel like yeah, you're right on that.
I feel like it's already done. There's just they don't have a quarterback. There's nobody out there that Kirk Cousins, man. He's a good quarterback. He's a decent quarterback. He's gonna make plays. Blah. I think the first two, there's really no need to discuss it. I think the last two in this division are warrant a discussion. I like your take on the Lions, and it's not even for the reasons you say, even though those are very good reasons. I just think the Bears' offensive line will never give Justin Fields an opportunity to ever do anything, and I think it's just that simple. I think that the Bears. I'm not going to get deep into this.
And they're
I got
losing one of the best linebackers. Shout out to Georgia with Roquan Smith. He's asking for a trade.
yeah, but he's going to play, and that right there will give them 4 wins, 5 wins, maybe 6 wins.
I
I
think
don't
I'll
know.
put that on him.
Um, I don't know. I think the Bears will get a top 10 pick. I think the Lions are on the hype train. The Lions to me are the NFC version of the Jaguars. They're a good team and interesting to watch. But the big thing I have, the biggest hole, the biggest scare I have with the Lions is Jared Goff is trash.
He wasn't.
Now, when I think
Hey,
of trash,
listen,
I think
no,
that's
he's
a
when I
little
not.
think
bit of
of
a
trash,
reach.
every time I think of a trash quarterback who was on the two quarterbacks I think of when I'm like, man, this quarterback was trash, but their team made it, is Joe Flacco. I've never been sold on Joe Flacco and Trent Dilfer back in the 2001 Baltimore Ravens, both Ravens. Shit, Jared Goff made it to the Super Bowl, and he wasn't a good quarterback.
He's not that bad, bro. He's not that
Jared
bad.
Goff is not a good quarterback. However, let's wrap this one up. I got Packers, Vikings. It's going to be a game or two with each other. I'll go with the Lions over the Bears.
All right, so we have the
Yeah.
same one. We have the same one. Look, we already it's a shoe in. We already know once you have A Rod, you're getting a nod. You know what I'm saying? So we're done with the North. Let's go down to the South to my boy Thornhill's division. We got the Panthers, Falcons, Saints, and Bucks. Go ahead, since it's your division, you can start it off.
All right, man. I know everybody feel like it's a Buccaneers division, and rightfully so. But I feel like all of these teams are gonna split with each other. I don't think none of these teams, and I'm speaking of Panthers Falcons as well. I don't think none of them are gonna sweep each other. I think they all gonna split. I think either they all win their home games or they all win an away game. It's gonna be 1-1 between all three of them, all four of them. I think the Buccaneers take the division just off of sheer having more wins throughout the season. Um, I think the Saints will still make the playoffs. We don't know. I don't know what Baker's gonna do with the Panthers. I don't know if he keeps the job or not either. Um, but I'm excited to see what my Falcons will do this year. I feel like Ritter. I think Ritter will get to start around like week 9 or week 10. If Mariota comes and has an amazing year, maybe he do something crazy. Kyle Pitts making the Pro Bowl. Um, Cordell Patterson's going to have a good year. Jameis Winston might turn it around. Tom Brady's going to be Tom Brady, and Christian McCaffrey is going to be Christian McCaffrey. And I think the Bucks take the division. That's all I got for it. I'll give you Bucks, Saints, Falcons, Panthers.
Interesting. What you got?
Um, Bucks, Saints, Panthers, Falcons. I think I understand because when we get to the NFC East, you're gonna hear some wild takes from me. But the Bucks are the Bucks, man. People like to play with the winner. It does not matter. Having Tom Brady already is already enough. People like to play with the winner. I think the Bucks. I was just listening to this. This is in a podcast or whatever today, and y'all play fantasy, right? So we all go after these Justin Jeffersons and Jamar Chase, Cooper Cup. Mike Evans is Mike Evans, bro.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is 30 years old and is 8 seasons. I think that's an NFL record. 8 seasons. Bless you with over 1,000 yards receiving. 8 straight seasons. Um, the Bucks are the Bucks. There's no need. I like. Yes, please. I like. I like him. I'm sorry. I like James Winston. I
I do.
like that.
I
I
like
like
him
him.
too. I like him too.
I like him too. Jameis Winston will sit here and throw 45 interceptions and 95 touchdowns. All right,
Right.
I like him. I think Tyrann Matthews going there, clutch.
Jarvis Landry.
Yeah,
Jarvis Landry.
I think they made a lot of quiet acquisitions this offseason where the Saints were already a decent team. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't
Jameis
have
Winston
Mike
was
Thomas
hurt
last year either.
Yeah,
Alvin
Mike Thomas
Kamara was
played
hurt.
in almost 2
Alvin
years.
Kamara was hurt a lot last year.
Yeah.
I think the Saints. I think that Saints got it. Now, I know a lot of people will not agree with me. I like Baker Mayfield. I do. I like Baker Mayfield. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's a decent quarterback, especially with his height. I think he's a decent quarterback. Um, the Panthers ain't got shit though, but the Falcons ain't got shit either. You're over here talking about Desmond Ritter getting the start. What happens? She's not there? What happens? You talking about Desmond Ritter getting the start. Um, all of the quarterbacks this year were trash. All the rookie quarterbacks this year are trash. You got Marcus Mariota versus Baker Mayfield. Do you like Mariota better than Mayfield?
I do.
I haven't seen Baker do something to separate himself from Mariota.
When's the last time Mariota got a start?
I mean, that's cool, but that offense changed too
Look,
that year in Tennessee.
I
my
like
hot take
Mariota
is
over
this,
Baker.
man. I know. I think Baker. I think the Browns culture is trash, and I think he's in another trash situation. But there's no way Darnold will ever get the start. It's his job to lose, bro.
No,
It's
they
his
wouldn't
job
have.
to lose.
They wouldn't have made that move for Baker if it was his job to lose. They wouldn't. And he already got the
It's
start.
Baker's job to lose.
He
Oh, I
had,
thought-
he had to win that. He had to win that job though, and I still
No. That's
He had to
simple.
win
He
that
didn't have
job.
to win Jack. They did that because they didn't want to just sit out there. He didn't have to win Jack.
Anyway,
Sam-
If you have to win it against Sam Darnold, I mean, I feel you.
It was
At
tough.
the end of the day-
I feel like that was not no easy win for him. Like he got it. Like I think he just led the team better than Sam Darnold. I think he got the locker room a little bit better than Sam Darnold does.
look, I'll
But
tell you like
on
this.
the field talent,
Well, they're close. Let me see, Terrell.
On the field talent, I
I'm
already
sorry.
know where you're gonna go with that. But I'm gonna put my take out there. I'm with you, Thornhill, on your rating, or your rankings. I have Bucks, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, but I do want to say something before I go into the NFC East. I really question the Buccaneers' offensive line after what happened this offseason. They lost 3 solid Pro Bowl type offensive linemen. One retired, one left. I forgot where he went. Like they
Yeah,
lost,
very-
they lost too much on that offensive line, and Brady was already in his prime, not a mobile quarterback. Now at 40 something, you expected him to run for his life. Like the most,
he is not getting out of there.
that's why I'm like, I would not be surprised if the Saints end up winning this division over the Bucks, only because of that fact of I am a firm believer that your team must be, at least your blind side has to be there, but your team has to have an O line to be successful and a D line. And I just don't believe the Bucks are aging on the D line over there on the other side. Besides Vita Vea, I mean, there's a lot of question marks too on that team, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints got that. That was my take. So we're gonna go to probably the absolute worst division in the NFC, which is the NFC East. Even though you do make a point that you guys are the only division with Super Bowl rings for each team, that's fine. But
Like one of us.
go ahead, Washington. Go ahead, Washington. Go ahead, talk about your NFC East, and I want to hear this hot take you keep talking about.
The Giants are gonna win it.
Sir, I respect
All
you.
right, all right, all right, all right. So, of course, as a New York Giants diehard, that's how I feel. However, as a football fanatic, I can't say it, so I'm just gonna go with number two in the division. Um, I think Philly hits the number two slot. I think Philly hits the number two slot because I like their acquisitions. I don't have full faith in Justin Hurt yet. I don't think
Jalen.
excuse me. Oh my gosh, Jalen Hurt. I don't have full faith in Jalen Hurt. I think he's a decent quarterback. He needs to take a step up. The Eagles did what they had to do, which is they gave him everything he needed. Gave him everything he needed to make a step forward. All right, hear me out. I'm saying this as a football fan. Okay, I think the Giants squeak in third. I think the Giants squeak in third. I am kind of biased, but it really comes down to I like as a Giant fan, our pass rushes are everything. Defense, defense, defense. That defensive line, we live and die by defensive line. We ain't got no fucking quarterback though. All right, you know what? I'm gonna ask. Fuck, this hurts me. All right, here goes from the bottom to the top. Fourth place, my New York Giants, man. Third place, the Washington Commanders. Second place, the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, Thornhill, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead,
All right,
Thornhill.
I respect it. That yeah, something that's being a little bit overlooked is Chase Young just reactivated his ACL.
Yep, I saw that. I saw that.
So
And they don't
that's
like they don't like how he did it. There's two contradicting reports. One
right.
says
Yeah,
he did it at
At the
who's
camp.
it, Khalil Mack's camp?
Yeah, someone's
Yeah.
camp. Someone's camp.
And another one said he's found it on table. But I think this one got sent out first, and they're trying to cover it up. Sorry, one more thing. I'm so sorry to interrupt. The Giants will be one of the most improved teams of the year. I do think so. I think Wink Martindale is an excellent defensive. I think he's blitz heavy. I think it'll work. I'm hoping the ball does what he did for Josh Allen to Daniel Jones. However, this is Daniel Jones' last season as a New York Giant.
as it should. I feel like this is his last year for him to let's see what he can do. I do feel like that team's success is dependent on the health of Saquon Barkley, and I haven't seen him play a full season in his career yet, and I don't think he will. I think they already ran him into the ground. He's in this same cycle as Ezekiel Elliott. I hate that they did that to him. He's a generational talent at the position. But yeah, I feel like the Cowboys will probably be the top of this division. I know I know you hating to hear that, but they got the real pretty prolific offense, man. And I say that with all due respect. I don't like them either, but that offense, they score a lot of points, and people have not been able to stop them, especially in this division. I think Dak still has a chip on his shoulder because of his playoff troubles. I think Jalen Hurts has a good year this year. I don't think there's no way he doesn't have a good year. I think he does have a Pro Bowl caliber season. I don't think I don't think they do make a lot of noise in the playoffs, but I do see them getting like a 1 or 2 seed and losing in the first round or a wild card. But yeah, I think it is going to be Cowboys, Eagles. I think Giants and Commanders. I don't see nothing that just screams success from the Commanders right now. I still think they're developing a culture, and I don't think everybody's bought in yet. I think the Giants are like 1 or 2 players away. Maybe they can figure out their physical therapy program for Saquon Barkley.
Winning the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Winning the Super Bowl? The 1 or 2 players away from winning the Super Bowl, right?
Nah.
Yeah?
Not even. Playoffs. I do really hope that they can keep Saquon for a full year because I just want to see him on top again. I do think he's a generational talent at the running back position. I think he's being forgotten on people's list, and he should. Had he not been ran into the ground so hard, and if he didn't change his style, I think he really would have been something crazy in this league for a long time. But yeah, that's my take on it. Like I said, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Commanders.
So for me, it's nothing much different. Um, I got the Cowboys. Eagles, I really think is not a dark horse, but I really wouldn't count them out. I don't like Jalen Hurts as a quarterback, but I honestly feel like he's gonna have a good year. Um, I would take him over Justin Fields, by the way. And after that, I don't believe in. I'm not a Carson Wentz fan. I don't. I think they get worse. The pass rusher, the generational pass rusher going down right now is really going to hurt them a lot. So I have it Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Commanders. So I have that going for
Well,
that team.
I
So
can't, I can't, I can't do it. I thank you guys. I can't say it because every time I'm like a Cowboys fan with my Giants. This is our year, and I know better. So if I put them in the basement, then if they hit third place, it's like we won the Super Bowl, man.
it's all good. But now we're gonna transition to my division. Um, it's exciting. Not really. It used to be the best division. Now, like we're not. But I'm gonna keep it almost short and simple because I really do want to talk about my Niners just a little bit. But the Los Angeles Rams, number one. I'm not gonna take the champions off of the top of our division. We come in second. Cardinals. I call you want to talk about a fluke season. You're gonna see a real big drop this year with this team. Real big drop. And the Seahawks is Seahawks. I believe is going to be the number one pick overall next year. They're going to tank for Bryce Young in Alabama or you know what I'm saying, one of those quarterbacks coming in. So I see that happening. But for my Niners, like everyone's been talking about with the controversy at quarterback, that's literally the only thing we need to get right. We have a top 5 to 8 wide receiver in Debo. We have, to me, is the best tight end, but he gets a little hurt, banged up at George Kittle. We have the best left tackle in the whole game. And then you have one of the top running games and game planners in Kyle Shanahan. So, and then on defense, we're top 3. Like, there's not a lot of times where these experts are talking about our defense. So what I'm thinking is like Trey Lance, like this is your year. Having Jimmy G behind you, I think is perfect for us because the years prior when Jimmy gets hurt, we have a bum at quarterback backing him up, and it becomes a wash year. Now that we have Jimmy, we know what we could get from Jimmy. He could give us some wins if Trey gets hurt, or if Trey starts stringing up these losses. Then we still have Jimmy G, and it won't be as bad of a year as most years historically. So Rams, Niners, Cardinals, Seahawks. Seahawks, I believe, is going to be the worst team in the NFL. Like they're gonna be at least fighting for the first pick, and that's my take.
I'm gonna say I think the division still has its games where it's gonna be exciting. I think the Niners Seahawks game is still gonna be the Niners Seahawks game. I think I see y'all season the Niners. I think they have that's dependent a lot on how Trey Lance deals with them big moments because all those games in this division have a lot of big moments. You know what I mean? And then the Rams, they don't look like they're gonna regress too hard. I think their defense is gonna be the same, but I think it's not gonna be as like what we just saw.
They picked up Bobby Wagner, bro, because their linebacking core sucked, and they picked up Bobby Wagner for nothing.
I just don't see. I don't see that being a big difference from Von Miller though, and I feel like Von Miller got a little more aggression as far as.
Oh no, they play a way different position though. One's the edge rusher, the other one's a quarterback at linebacker. He's the middle. He's directing traffic. So they play way different positions. But the impact you're talking about, I agree.
Yeah, I don't think like you say, him playing that position, I don't think he has as many chances to make that much of an impact unless he gets a lot of picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can read the game at an elite level. He's a Hall of Famer for sure. Yeah, but the Cardinals, I think they're gonna do the same thing they did last year. They're gonna start strong, fizzle out. Maybe Hopkins coming back middle of the year helped them make a decent late wild card push. But yeah, I feel like that my order is the same as yours. I got Rams, Niners, Cardinals, Seahawks. I think Seahawks are we. I think everybody knows it's a rebuilding year. I think we're gonna see what type of heart DK Metcalf has. I think he gonna go through a lot this year because he feel like he that guy, but I feel like he not gonna have a chance to show what he can do, and that's gonna really mess with him. So we're gonna see what type of heart he has, see what type of grit he has to keep staying, be a solid professional. Um, yeah, that's what I got on the NFC West.
That's a good
Um,
take. Go ahead, Wash. Finish off this
I
before we
only
go
have
to our next topic.
I have two comments. One, the Rams still have a open locker for Odell Beckham. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm biased. I think Odell Beckham is still an elite receiver. He's matured. I think as long as you have Odell Beckham on the shelf, I think Odell Beckham comes back. I think they are the champs for a reason. So I like your order. The only thing I'll sit here and say, and the only other comment I'll make is I don't know if the Seahawks are the worst team in the league, but they are definitely bottom three. So that's it. I
Yeah.
don't feel there's anything more to be
I
said.
feel like because
I think if
their quarterback situation with Drew Lock and not having something behind it, I really feel
oh
like
look,
they're gonna tank just to get one of those quarterbacks from college. That's
I
my take
so
on it.
well, I'm gonna say this again. Drew Lock is not starting. Geno Smith is. So this is the
And
thing about Geno
and
Smith.
that's a problem though.
This is the thing about Geno Smith. Please do not confuse what I'm about to say with saying that Geno Smith is any type of great quarterback. All I'm gonna say is he lost the locker room in New York when he was on the Jets. When he was on the Giants, he never should have ever touched the ball. And you don't sit Eli Manning. Um, yeah, Geno Smith isn't the worst quarterback in the league. I think Pete Carroll, he's no Bill Belichick. I think he's still a decent coach. Besides his dumbass Super Bowl move, where you want to throw the ball off, whatever. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, I really have no takes. I think you were dead on. I just don't know if the Seahawks are the worst team, but they're definitely a bottom three.
Okay. All right, that's fair enough. There goes our division takes. Comment and let us know what y'all think about it. I know a lot of our hot takes. You guys are gonna be like, "What the hell?" So I'll let
Yes, you're
that one
blind.
ride. I'll let that stuff ride. So we're gonna talk about before we go into our quick pick'ems for week one. I want to talk about a few things that happened today. 12-year wide receiver veteran Eman Sanders calls it quits. Just want to see where y'all at take on his career and how y'all felt about him. I know for me, that Super Bowl year in 2019, having him was key to us becoming a better team going forward. We were lacking wide receivers at that point in time, and just having him there to also mentor a rookie in Debo Samuels, I think played wonders. It sucked that he went to the Saints after that, but overall, a solid career. Is he a Hall of Famer? Probably not. Maybe, and not first ballot for sure, but maybe a
Right,
little
not
down the
first battle.
maybe a little bit down the stretch. They'll consider it, but first ballot, I don't think so. I really do think he had a great career. He was a solid quarterback for a lot of places, and yeah, it sucks. I just think Father Time just beat him. That's pretty much it. Unless he had other, once we read into the news more, he probably had other reasons why he left. But 12 years as a wide receiver, that's a lot. That's a toll. Not like a running back, but what y'all think?
Yeah, the game changed. The game changed so much too, man. I mean, you got these young, like we were talking about earlier, these young kids coming in the league and making splashes fast, man. And you
Oh yeah,
can't really, and you can't you can't you can't even talk about Emmanuel Sanders and Cooper Cup anymore, or Emmanuel Sanders, Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, Justin Jefferson. You know, what I mean, you can't. He's not in the same realm as these guys, but I mean, back in his time, he had that type of feet, that type of route running, that type of quickness. He was that guy, and like you said, in that 2019 season, he was key.
very
He had some.
key.
He had. I had some. I seen good plays, good reps out of him in New Orleans. He made a big difference over there. in situations.
Buffalo
I think
too.
it's a respectable Buffalo made a lot of noise. A decent career, man. I don't think he should feel any type of sad about how it went or how it ended. You know what I mean? I just think it was time, and I think he hit it at the right time. He didn't try to prolong it, try to stretch it out too much, and I respect what he did. Uh, Definitely respectable career.
What about you, Wash?
172 games, 704 receptions, 9,245 yards, 51 touchdowns.
Not bad. Almost hit 10,000. That's not bad.
Think he's a good player. He's a two-time Pro Bowl, one-time Super Bowl champ.
With the Broncos.
Nope. Rams.
The Rams.
Am I reading that right? No, I'm tripping.
You know, he won it with the Broncos, I believe.
2014.
Yeah. Yep. That season he got he's only had 3,000-yard seasons, and that was 14 through 16, all with Denver.
Well, he was never wide receiver one in any
Yeah,
place he's been to. Think about it. With the Broncos, rest in peace,
Yeah, Demarius
Demarius
Thomas.
Thomas. Right, you had DT there, and then you go to the 49ers. He wasn't wide receiver one there, even though he was at that time better than Debo. You go to the Saints, he had
So,
Michael Thomas. He had Stephon Diggs when he went over to the Buffalo Bills. It was like he was never the wide receiver one, but he was always impactful. You know what I mean? As a wide receiver two, he
so,
was straight.
so like I said, he's his best 5 seasons: 1404, 1135, 1032, 869, 868. I think he was very, very solid receiver.
That's pretty much all you got, huh? So
That's
it's all right.
that is
consistent,
thank
consistency.
you,
You know what I
thank you
mean?
for your contribution to the game.
Yeah,
Um, he was he's a phenomenal wide receiver too.
consistent. Yeah.
That's it. And so sometimes enough is enough. Like there's nothing more that needs to be said. Thank you for your contribution to the game. I couldn't do it. Shit, I'm in the army, so I was never gonna be a wide receiver. So yeah.
All right, let's segue into our last news before we get to the quick pickums. The Ravens 2019 MVP quarterback has a deadline this Friday, which is what, the 9th, of getting this contract extension. What's y'all take on this? I'm not gonna say nothing because I know what y'all say is gonna be. I'll be echoing y'all. Go ahead, Washington. You
Um,
got your hands up.
Jim Harbaugh likes Lamar Jackson. Jim Harbaugh always liked Lamar Jackson. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think. I think that's it. I don't think ownership is convinced that he can win them a Super Bowl. I understand. I didn't say me. I don't think they're convinced he can win them a Super Bowl. I also don't think that they've given him enough to win a Super Bowl with. I remember coming out of college, everyone said he should have been what, a running back or receiver. No one thought he could be a quarterback when he came out of Louisville.
Right.
Proved everybody wrong. He was a hot take. He was ooh. However, my question is, how many years do you think Lamar Jackson got?
Playing that kind of style.
Yeah,
How
that's
many
style.
exactly?
If
How,
he if he if he was playing it like how Josh Allen does it, he probably won't have that many. But his size, I think he plays it right. I I
Josh
don't feel
Allen's a
like
big guy. Oh, Josh Allen's a big guy.
that's what I'm saying. But if Lamar Jackson played the game like that, he would not have a long career. If he was, you know what I mean?
I don't think. I don't think. I think at the end of the day, Baltimore will sign him because
Yeah,
if they
I don't
don't,
know
if
the
they let
option.
him walk, who knows the next time they'll be able to find somebody that count
Yeah, I
because
mean,
he
you know,
he. But I
Atlanta's
don't
gonna.
think they're sold on him. Obviously, they're not. I think it'll be one of those things where I don't know, man. I think this could really go either way. I think this will really go either way. I think at the end of the day, Baltimore does make the deal, but I would not be shocked if they don't.
Mm,
Think
I
it's.
would.
I don't think it's with the everybody close to him. I think it's the ownership and the general manager level. They just don't. I think they can't completely buy in on what he's doing anymore. Because I think now the teams have started game planning and understanding, you know, at least ways to try to contain Lamar Jackson. I think them making him stay in the pocket and throw the ball, they're not worried about that, and that's a problem. Because if you want to, if he's had a big stand on everybody. I could throw the ball. I'm a quarterback, and all of this. These teams don't respect when you got a clean pocket and all the time in the world to throw the ball. You can get Lamar Jackson all the time in the world and throw the ball, and they're not worried about it. And I think that's where the issues are lying right now. They want they really want Lamar Jackson to show them. What I mean, that one Miami game. What was it? Was it last year, the year before, when he went crazy like he did in Louisville? It was like a Louisville game, but he was going against Miami. I think he had like two
Oh
hundred something
yeah, he
yards
went
passing,
crazy. He went crazy.
like 100 something yards rushing. If they see him do some more stuff like that on a consistent level, then yeah, they would have paid him like regardless. But I don't think they have that. And like I said, these teams, if they give Lamar Jackson a clean pocket and all day to throw the ball, he's not going to dot him up and kill him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's
So
what's holding him up as far as making that deal.
my problem with this whole thing is since he got that MVP, all they have done in the offseason is built around him. If you look at their offensive line, they're not pass like blocking type of these are some hogs that want to fucking go downhill. Bro, their right tackle that they picked up this year is a Samoan dude named Daniel Falele. This man is 6'7" or something like that, 400 pounds. He has to lose weight, but bro, he's not pass blocking nothing. Their 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 offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, that was Colin Kaepernick's offensive coordinator. Coincidence? Another hardball getting that type of play. Your fullback, your running back, everyone's like hard nosed. That's why I think he's gonna get it. I know you don't think he has a lot of weapons. I have faith in Duvernay and Bateman. I like those two, and of course you can never go wrong with a quarterback's best friend with a tight end like Mark Andrews, and Nick Boyle is low key a good tight end too. Their team is solid. I think their style of play doesn't succeed for a Super Bowl, but it's an annoying offense to watch because they will slug it out for like 10 minutes if they could. The defense is
Their
a little
problem
question,
is
but man,
yeah, they lean too much on that tight end though, man. I think that's part of their problem right now. Is that
right?
they once they key in on Mark Andrews, they outside wide receivers and maybe their catchers their slot receiver can make some noise, but they outside wide receivers are just crickets on that
Yeah,
field.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And that's what's killing them right now. And I think Lamar Jackson having a tough time seeing the windows on those guys because it's a lot smaller time frames on those outside receivers, and you really got to make some real clutch throws. And I just think he don't. Maybe he don't feel good in making them throws to them type of receivers. Maybe if he had a different type of receiver to make that type of throw to, maybe it will happen more, and maybe they will have a little more success. But I think they're leaning too much on Mark Andrews, and they got Mark Andrews running these crazy routes like he's Kelsey, and I just don't I don't think that's his strong suit. I don't think Mark Andrews really want to be making them type of routes, and I don't think they're developing in the time frame that they want him to be developing in because it's just not that type of player in Mark Andrews. But he's definitely a Pro Bowl tight end in his own right. I'm not trying to throw any slander on Mark Andrews, but yeah, their running game has to be their strong. So they got to revamp how they doing this run game because their pass game is so lackluster. It's causes them to have second thoughts in their own quarterback, making it seem like it's him. That's the problem. But I think it's the playbook.
And let me go with one more word with this, and then we're gonna head into our quick pickings before we call it. Uh, I think they're so in debt with the investment in the team playing that style that they have no choice but to pay this man. It's like we're
Yeah.
already all the way invested with getting all these type of players that play this style. Like I think it'll be more expensive to get away from that more than just trying to keep riding with it. That's just my last little 2 cents before it. But this last thing we do is gonna try to. I'm gonna try to do this weekly. I'm praying I have enough people to come in and talk content. Maybe every Wednesday since Thursday is the beginning of every week. So we're gonna talk about every team without explanation. We're gonna go Thornhill, Washington,
Quick pick.
me, and we're doing it's called the quick pick 'em. So we'll say the game, you just pick them, and we're just gonna ride out, and then we're gonna use that, and come back the next week to talk about how we feel, and that's how we'll segue into every other episode. So, of course, we got the ring ceremony coming up with the SoFi Stadium hosting. So the Los Angeles Rams is hosting the Bills. Let's go.
I got the Bills.
Give me a score. Give me a score too.
All right, I got the Bills. I'm gonna go 34-27.
Sheesh, they ruined the ring ceremony. I like that pick.
I also have the Bills, but I have them 21-17.
All right.
So I
Well,
think it's gonna be a high score game.
I'm gonna be biased with my NFC West, so I'm gonna go Rams, and I think it's really gonna be close. I got this 20-17 Rams.
No, you need to write this down.
No, you just go back and if you subscribe, you can watch the episode, put a view on there, so you can recap if you have to. All right, so now we're going into the Sunday games, the 1300 games. We're gonna talk about the Saints at Falcons.
Falcons, man, I gotta do it.
Saints, baby.
We need a score. We need a score.
Oh, Falcons. I got it. 17-10. Young Wei Koo doesn't miss a field goal.
And I got him on my fantasy. Go ahead, Washington.
Saints, bro. Like, out 24-13.
24-30. You got him missing a field goal. There you go. All right, I got Saints over the Falcons. I think this is gonna be closer than we all think. I got it 24-21 by a field goal. Let's go. We're going Browns at Panthers.
Got the Panthers. Then we're gonna see what Baker can do.
What's the score?
I'll keep forgetting the score. I got Panthers over the Browns. I'm gonna go with a 21-10.
21-17 Panthers. I think Baker has something to prove.
All right, I'm going total opposite. I'm going Browns beating Baker with that defensive end who I think is going to win the Defensive Player of the Year, whooping his ass all day. I got that game 21-10 as well, but favored to the Browns. Next 1300 game is my 49ers going against at Chicago.
All right, I got the Niners over the Bears. This should not be a hard game. Y'all better not lose this shit, man. 27-0 Niners.
Woo! Walker, you heard it, Walk. You about to watch this. Go ahead. Go ahead, watch.
Listen, I think it's gonna be worse than that, bro. I'm going like 35-7 Niners.
Yeah, so I'm going 49ers, of course. I don't think they get a touchdown. I think it's gonna go 28-9. That's my take on that one. That defense is gonna come clean. Steelers at Bengals.
Whoa, pause. Is Burrow out?
We don't know.
Let me take a look at the injury report.
He's questionable. I have him on my fantasy. Steelers at Bengals. He's gonna play.
I'm sure he plays. I got Bengals. I think this is gonna be one of the best games of the week. Bengals over Pittsburgh. I got just 34-31, and that's crazy, but I think it's gonna be touchdowns all night.
A shootout? I don't see that. Go ahead, watch.
21-10 Bengals.
I got another blowout, 35-10 Bengals. So we're going now to the last one. That's not the last one. Philadelphia Eagles at the Detroit Lions.
I got Philly, man. I got Philly over Detroit. They ran the ball crazy over them last year, man. Almost 300 yards rushing on them. I got Philly over Detroit. I'm gonna say 34-7, man.
God, blowout. Go ahead, Wash.
117 Philly.
I have Philly winning a close one because I'm telling you right now that respect is gonna be on those Lions' names this year, and I got it 21-20 Eagles. All right, we're going Indianapolis at Houston Texans.
Indianapolis. I got Indianapolis big. Matt Ryan's making some noise this year, man. I think it's gonna be it's not crazy, but 28-0. I got 28-0 in Indianapolis.
Go ahead, Wash.
28-7 Indy.
Say it again.
28-7.
I have this a little closer. It's a divisional game, so I think division games get a little bit more respect out of this. I think they go 21-13, and I got the Colts, of course. Patriots at Miami.
All right, man. I
That's
got
gonna be a good
Miami,
game.
man. It's gonna be a good game. I got Miami though. I got Miami.
Ooh.
I got Miami in the Colts when it was 17-10. I don't think they're trying to figure it out, but I don't think they get it figured out quite yet.
Watch.
24-21. Listen, I know it's going. I'm gonna go Miami.
All right.
24-21 Miami.
I think it'll be closer. It's another division for me. I'm going opposite. I think the Dolphins always start off slow. You see how they start off 0-8, I believe, last year. New offense. It's the same defense that the Patriots have. I think for the first time they meet, I think it goes 17-14 with a field goal win for the Patriots. Baltimore at Jets.
Yeah, I got Baltimore big in this one, man. Hopefully they end up paying Lamar Jackson and he has a crazy game.
I pray
I'm
too.
going. I'm going 37-6, man.
37. That's a crazy number right there.
Shout out to Cody. I think it's gonna be a blowout, but I think it's gonna be a bad. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout the way you're saying that. I'm gonna go 28-14. Baltimore.
All right. I was close to that score. I'm going Baltimore as well. I think because of how they play, they're going to control the clock. I think it's going to be a little closer than that. I think it's 21-10. It's not that big of a difference. Now we're going from Jacksonville at Commanders.
I got Jacksonville. I got Jacksonville 17-7.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm gonna mirror that one. I think Commanders got too many issues. Jacksonville gets their first win of the season.
Losing their
Same.
losing their best pass rush is something that I'm looking at, and I believe Trevor Lawrence has a field day, not a field day, but has a real good day. I give him 21-10. Your New York Football Giants at the Tennessee Titans.
No, it's crazy. Bro. It's gonna be 91-0, bro. With Giants. Nah.
Oh, Madden.
Um.
That's not even your turn. Go ahead, Thornhill.
Oh no, I was gonna let him go because it's a squad. But yeah, I got Tennessee, man, and I'm not no shade on your squad. I just don't think I think Derrick Henry is he playing? Is he?
Yeah,
Is he
man. He gonna go off too. He gonna
Yeah,
go off.
I think they go. I don't think they got nothing to mess with him. And Thibodeau, he not playing. Yeah, I think Tennessee win this. I think Derrick Henry has a tough game. He has a big game, but I don't think they score a lot. So I'm gonna go 21-10 Tennessee.
Jalari and Thibodeau are both out. Um. Shit, man. 24-10. Tennessee.
Okay. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm only giving you a touchdown, so this is gonna be 28-7 for Tennessee. I got. Oh yeah, that's true, but you ain't getting a field goal. So now we're going from Kansas City, flying into Phoenix to go play the Arizona Cardinals. Who we all going with?
I don't like Kansas City defense, but I think Kansas City take this one. I think Mahomes put up a lot of numbers on them boys, man. And I think it's gonna be a little too much to handle for that defense. Kansas City over Arizona, we'll go 37-21.
You love that 37. Go ahead, watch
Man,
it.
I just can't say. I don't want to give people 40 points on these people like that, and they still professionals. You know what I'm saying?
40 point, 50 point. Go ahead.
34-28.
24-28. You got a shootout, huh?
Chiefs. Yeah, I do. I think Kyler Murray. But I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to be Kansas City.
Listen, we got Kansas City going indoors. No weather gonna be messing with him. He's gonna
Mahomes
have a
is
good
Mahomes,
game.
bro.
Yeah, but he's also it's an extra boost when he's not weather like messing anything up. I got them winning 28-14. The Las Vegas Raiders going into Los Angeles to play the Chargers. Here you go. Your take earlier. Let's see if it comes. Let's see. Go ahead.
I got the Chargers, man. I got the Chargers. It's gonna be a good game, though. It's gonna be a real good game. Yeah, I got the Chargers. I got this one. 21-17 Chargers.
Jeez. I got 24-21 Chargers. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna come down to the last couple plays. I think at least at the beginning of the year, the Raiders gonna come out swinging.
Yeah, so
but the Chargers are gonna knock them out.
I got the Chargers too, and I think we're all on the same page, like by a field goal. So I'm gonna go 20-17. Green Bay, another divisional game going to Minnesota. Who y'all got?
I got I got Minnesota, man. I got Minnesota 34-31. I don't think I think we're gonna see Rogers missing Adams, man.
What you got? What you
I think
got?
that's actually a really good take. I think that's a really good take. Um, However, I'm gonna go the other way. I like what you're saying. Vikings are playing at home. It might take a couple games for Aaron to get a rapport with his receivers. However, Aaron, this count was it double take this count. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go 20 to 17, Green Bay.
All right. So for me, shout out to my boy Vote. I'm not going with your team. I honestly think this is gonna be close, but I also think that not having Adams, just like Thornhill says, it's gonna be good for media for the next week. So I think 21-20. I'm giving it to the Minnesota Vikings on a very close game. So now we're going to Sunday night game, the Sunday night event. We got Tampa Bay going into Dallas.
Mm.
I,
I got
I,
Dallas, man.
yeah, I do too.
I got Dallas, man. I think yeah, I ain't gonna get into it, but I think we know the issues that are coming from that line, like you spoke of earlier. And then, Dallas got some hogs on defense, man. I think it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be an exciting game to watch. It's gonna be good for us as fans. Um, I think it'll be a 21-14 Dallas.
Um, Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I hate the Cowboys. So I'm gonna do wishful thinking, wishful hoping. I'm hoping, to speak it into reality. Uh 28-24, Tampa Bay.
All right, I too am going with the Cowboys. I believe it's a close game as well, but I believe Micah Parsons is going to be the player of the game that with that awful O line of Tampa Bay. I'm going 21-14, and I'm giving it to Dallas Cowboys for the final.
Disclaimer.
Yes.
I just really hate the fucking Cowboys, so I will never. Every week we do this, I'm gonna go against the Cowboys.
All right, and our last game of Week 1 is for the Monday night game, of
Bro,
course. Denver Broncos at the Seattle Seahawks.
63-0. Yeah,
What he say? What's it say? Let's ride. Yeah, let's ride. I think he had a
Bronco
big
country,
game,
let's
man.
ride.
I think he had a big game, man. I think it's gonna be cool to see him go back over there, and the fans probably gonna love him, man. I think it's 24-0 though, Denver.
35-7.
I got all right. I'm with
35
y'all.
7.
I think Rush proves a point and sticks it to Pete Carroll. I got that 35-3. That's my take for the Monday night game. Yeah, it's very harsh, but they're here to prove a point, and that's my take on that.
I think Russ going there angry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Angry.
So listen, this was a fun episode. Again, like I said, most of our episodes are going to be just this, going back and seeing our results, talking about each game and what we saw, and then we'll get our quick pick'ems again for the rest of the season. Hopefully, like I said, my goal is to make sure that at least by today, like by Wednesdays, we'll get some good content. If you can't make it, I'll try to see if I can get a vote or someone else in there. But that's gonna be me on a Wednesday trying to get you guys in here. I appreciate you guys. Thornhill, Washington, please rewatch this again so we can start getting all the takes that we did, so we could keep track of what we said and then try to use that as review. We'll have more like homework because this was our first episode. Now you'll see week 2 and start doing spreads and understanding who's gonna play, who's not gonna play, so you'll have a more accurate type of take on your quick pick'ems. Any final thoughts?
Playing as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Any final thoughts from y'all two before we call it quits?
I think we made some good picks, man. A lot of hot takes. We're gonna see how close they are and how far they are, man. It's gonna be a fun year, man. I'm glad football is back.
Oh yes, sir.
One question, and I don't need an explanation. I just want to put it on tape. Who's your sleeper for the year?
As in what, like team or like a
Team.
That's
like
going
team, because every year we have that one team that comes. Every year, one team that didn't make the Super Bowl last year will make. I'm sorry, to the playoffs last year. We'll make it this year.
It's the Chargers.
Yeah, yeah.
I got the
Hey,
Chargers.
okay, besides the Chargers, goddamn it.
What?
If not the Chargers, I'm gonna just go with Damn man, I
I'll
can't think
take.
of a team that didn't make the playoffs, but I'm gonna say I think Indy.
Team to watch.
Indy.
Team to watch.
I think Indy's a team that's getting overlooked right here, right now. I think Indy.
That's a good one.
They're not, yeah, I think Indy is gonna come out there and swinging, man. And I think they're gonna be. You're gonna have to come ready to play them every week.
Now I want to
Who
say
you
my
got,
line. I want to say my Lions take, but I'm not going to go that far. But I'm going with Miami Dolphins. I'm going with them, especially knowing that they're a 49er type of culture with the way they picked. A lot of their coach, of course, being an offensive guru coming off of the Shanahan route tree. No pun intended. Who you got?
Philly.
Yeah, that's a
Philly.
good take too. I don't see
Yeah,
why not.
I think Philly's a very dangerous team. I think Philly will knock somebody out.
Yeah, if you're
I
not
think
ready to
Philly
play 'em, they
will.
gonna use
Nah, I think they'll knock somebody out of contention. I think when they get to the playoffs, they're one and done. But I think every year we have those. Oh man, they missed it by a game, and I
It's
think
always
Philly's
that division
going to
too.
be. Yeah.
Hey, it was good for our first episode. Listen, I know this is SodaFlex podcast, but this is specifically for the Route Tree TV. Thank you guys again. I'll see y'all next week and see who was right and who was wrong.